покряхтели.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Кстати, сейчас... все нормально. Прессуем старт. Автосейв включен. Подключаемся к серверам. Интересно.
He caught you with one there, huh? It's okay. It happens. This is boxing after all. It doesn't matter that you got knocked down. You can get him back in the next round. You did the right thing, though. You took your time and you got back up. Your father would be proud of you.
Как громко.
That's what champions do, Andre. They get back up.
Так, встаем. Я готов.
What is that?
Ammonia. That shit'll wake you right up.
What did he hit me with?
His head. Here's a penitentiary, son. That rip ain't gonna do shit but count somebody out, which means you got to knock that cracker on his ass, yeah? And you got one round. Knock the fucker on his ass.
Блин, надо как-то субтитры включить.
Knock the fuck on his ass.
Try to fuck on his ass. Так, я понял. Что-то он по 2 раза щелкает. Да, что-то задержечка жесть. Welcome to the jungle. О,
Congratulations on your victory, boy.
здорово, пацаны.
Real good out there. We're really fucking impressed. Welcome to the real world, baby! Nighty night, bitch.
Шлеп.
I don't want to die in prison.
Я не хотел умирать в тюрьме.
Easy, easy now, son. Don't try to talk. Just take it easy now. You're lucky they left you breathing.
I wasn't always this lucky.
This Cuban is no amateur. He could have turned pro years ago. He's been the amateur champ for 9 years. 9 years, are you gonna let him make it 10? That's right. That's why we're here. To get the gold medal. Now go get him, kid.
What a challenge for Andre as round
Так,
one
стоять.
is underway. Nobody over the course of the past 9 years has been able to conquer Joel Savone. The Cuban has now been a 9-time champion of these World Amateur Games. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. I think you can just sense right away that strategy is going to be key here. This isn't going to be some wild type draw. This is going to be a very technical, strategic type fight.
Absolutely, Joe. Each guy waiting for the other one to make the first mistake.
Эх,
Power
жопа.
puncher versus the high stamina fighter. How does the high
Я
stamina
забил,
fighter
как...
want this fight to unfold?
Я забыл, как бить
Well, the
апперкоты.
high stamina fighter, what he wants to do is he wants to get a lead. Get the lead, go out there quick out of the gate, and then later on you have the power puncher looking for one shot at a time. He's going to be searching them all night.
Вау, да не, да ты гонишь. Ну не, мы... Блин, а как апперкоты бить? А, нормально, сейчас встану. Изи. Изи каточек.
So he was knocked down, but Andre Bishop is proving that he doesn't want to be knocked out tonight.
Да слышь,
Big shot there.
да слышь!
Once again he goes down. The question is,
По
can he
печени.
rise up again?
Вот гаденыш. Я немножко пьян.
Teddy Bishop beats the count, but how does he look to you?
He looks like a guy who's wondering what happened, and that's where the job of the corner comes in when he gets back to the corner. Tell him why he got hit.
Nice block by Andre Bishop.
Ну давай.
Seconds of this first round. Now that backhand, the straight left hand scores well for him. Such a special relationship through the years between
Андрюх,
Gus
соберись.
Parisi and
Бишоп.
Andre Bishop.
Так,
Now
как
it's time
апперкоты
for
бить?
that relationship to pay off. He needs it after that bad round.
And he'll get it, and he'll get two things, and the right things. One,
Слушай.
he'll get the right advice, what he did wrong.
А,
And the other
я
is if he
стиками играл.
finds it. Hey, you've been hurt before. You've overcome it before. Nothing new.
Bishop's searching for something different as this round starts here. He's been down numerous times tonight, including the last round. Andre Bishop is struggling to keep Joel Savone at bay. You can see he is scoring a lot of points. Andre Bishop, and out of nowhere, things can turn like that, Teddy. Everything was looking good. Now there it is.
Козел. Вот это я вспомнил управление.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he
Вот
got
это я
careless
вспомнил
here.
управление.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Down he goes. Now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Carisi's known for really pushing Andre Bishop very hard during training camp. But right now, we're not seeing the results. He seems to be fading a bit.
Yeah, you start to wonder whether or not Andre Bishop has gotten a little full of himself, you know, breaking the rules a little bit, maybe getting a little cocky, and maybe, you know, Gus sees...
Да нет, Бишоп, ты третий раз не встанешь.
Blocked by that power punch. Bishop is down.
Не-не-не-не-не. Бля. Хе-хе. Не встал я в третий раз.
So the Cuban sensation Joel Savone. And there's the opening bell. Round number 1, scheduled for 4. This one is expected to be a thriller. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be...
Hard charging with that right hand.
Да в смысле?
Shot he just scored with. Round number 1, and he's already down.
Ой. Низкий уровень заряда батарейки.
Andre Bishop back up, but is he back in this fight?
I think he can still be dangerous. A wounded animal is always something you have to be cautious with. And right now, Andre Bishop can be dangerous, can catch his opponent, maybe coming in a little reckless. Good shot!
Savone's defense is paying off now. Good looking two-punch.
Да,
Andre Bishop
Так,
once
понятно.
again will have to dig deep. Bishop goes down yet again. Bishop's back up, but is he back in the fight?
We're going to find out in a second whether or not he moves his head. Now, if he just stands there straight and you're the trainer, you better get up on those steps and stop it. He's not right.
А как пузо закрывать? Я уже... А,
What a way to end the night.
так, ладно, 3 подряд, это слишком жестко. Сейчас.
So here we go with round
Нет,
number
стоп.
1. Andre Bishop really attempting to climb a mountain that nobody's been able to scale so far
Так,
here in the
стоп.
World Amateur
Ать.
Games over the course of nearly a decade. The fine Cuban Joel Savone, 9 straight years as the gold medalist in these World Amateur Games. Great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre
Так,
Bishop.
сейчас. Мне надо...
A headshot block. Nice work with the... Oh!
Блин, я не могу вспомнить, как...
Andre Bishop is on the canvas.
This is where an aggressive attitude and personality hurts you.
Как блок
Because
нормально
he's probably
ставить.
not going to think about grabbing, and he should.
What guts by Andre Bishop. We've seen it throughout his career we've been following, but he wants to fight on here. Very accurate with the overhand right. A piercing hook to the head by Andre Bishop.
Да блин, я
Really
не то
good
рукой
work
бью.
right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Andre Bishop. There's that overhand right. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
That left hand over the top, he's accurate with it. What a great round this has turned into. After doing the hurting, now he's the one hurt.
Joe, this is about wit, grit, and spit. This is about fighting.
A solid uppercut by Andre Bishop. Good effective work with that straight right hand.
По какому вопросу? По какому вопросу? По корпусу? Так, не падай, Бишоп. Нормально, все, я встал. По вопросу. Я не помню, как... Я не помню, как мне корпус закрывать.
We overheard the corner of Andre Bishop earlier saying to look for the uppercut. That time, he found it, he saw it, he gave it. Bishop could really use a pit stop here. He needs to refuel.
Yeah, he needs to tie up a little bit.
Так, тихо. Да обними ты его. Блин, я вот не помню, как закрывать корпус реально. Так, блин, пьянь. Фу, еле встал в третий раз. Так, Бишоп.
I think he will, and believe it or not, I think there may be an opportunity for him to catch his opponent coming in a little reckless.
Savone's able to land a nice, clean left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after
Так, у меня
taking
стаминка
one.
немножко
Gotta love
кончилась.
the word by Andre Bishop. Good flush shot upstairs. Nice strike after catching one by Andre Bishop.
Get out of the way from those punches, man. Move your head.
Committing now to the left hand. Good straight shot. Targeting that head with the combination
Так,
punching.
стаминка кончилась. Так. Сейчас опять в пузо ударит. А, нет, смотри, защищается. Фу, отстоял.
Joel Savone's proving here that you can't hit what you can't reach. You see the movement he's putting forth.
Yeah, he's using his legs real well. He's controlling range. He's just not allowing his opponent to get into the punching distance he needs.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep pushing.
Wow, look at that. Trading shots. Oh, and there you go.
Поработал по корпусу.
I don't think so here, Kenny.
Четвертый раз вряд ли встану. Тут вообще жопа. Сложно. С задержкой вообще сложно играть. Я стримлю с Xbox.
Round number 1 is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Solid uppercut. What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world, to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Andre Bishop. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in.
Ну чё?
And now he's targeting upstairs. Oh, he is absolutely. And
О,
yet
нормально.
another big shot comes in.
Впервые попал.
There he goes. He goes down for that
Как
headshot.
щечки-то затряслись. Правда, он сейчас встанет, зараза.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop. Combination to the head.
Да в смысле?
Big shot comes crashing home. Late goings here of this round.
А, всё-таки
and he
прошла.
goes down. Can he survive it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about that? What a
Ей,
big win.
я прошел. Ну, блин, с задержкой реально сложно.
He is able to knock out the 9-time defending gold medalist Joel Savoni.
Девятикратного золотого медалиста я побил на Олимпийских играх.
Andre, how does it feel to be named fighter of the games?
It's terrific, honestly. Being voted fighter.
Yeah, baby.
It's an honor.
Gold medal, baby. Yeah.
This is my baby brother, my big baby brother, Ray.
Hey, big baby Bishop, I'm a fighter too, and one day I'm gonna be right where he is now.
Like I was saying, it's a lot of talented boxers out here, and it's an honor
Hey,
just being.
hey, Bishop brothers are in the house. Big baby Bishop, what?
It was a fabulous tournament. Truly exciting to watch. But even more exciting, McQueen Promotions is pleased to announce that we've just added Isaac Frost to our roster of boxing talent.
Isaac, are you disappointed that Andre Bishop won fighter of the games?
Disappointed. I'm the heavyweight gold medalist. No one went the distance with me. Nobody here could ever go the distance with me. I am the best fighter at these games. Period.
Andre Bishop is a talented middleweight, but I think Isaac makes a good point. Regardless,
Ох уж этот
both
Айзек.
these young men could have
Frost.
very bright futures in professional boxing.
Let's see your skills in the ring. Keep that up. Not fast enough. Side to side, side to side. Keep those legs fast. Fast. Move it, move it.
Ой, что-то я немножко устал. Можно я на по тебе повешу? А побить-то я тебя как-нибудь могу? Чё такое? Чё? Так, как тебя сбросить-то? А как тебя сбросить?
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Так, как тебя раз...
Keep going. Keep going. Let's go. Faster. Move those feet. Pick up the pace. Let's go. Push it, kid. Side to side. Fast. Fast. Pick up the pace. Let's go. Work. Work it. Don't slow down now. Lock. Lock. Don't slow down now.
Окей, не слоудаун, не слоудаун.
Come on, explode those shoulders. Don't slow down now. Speed and power. Speed and power. I want to see some speed. Fast. Fast. If you can't last here, you won't last in the ring. Come coming, kid. Focus on your punches, kid. Faster! Faster! Come on now. Keep those arms moving. Stay with me. Shake it all. Let's go.
Да нет, ну ты гонишь. Мне его надо завалить до конца раунда. Окей. Вот так.
You okay?
Beautiful, kid. You got your father's power.
He certainly does. His father hit like a heavyweight, too. Gus, despite our differences, I've always said you're one of the best trainers in the business.
I don't care what you say about me, Queen. Always nice to see you, Megan.
Always nice to see you too, Gus.
I'm bringing my daughter into the business. You know how good she is with fighters. I want her to manage Andre. You're a great trainer. Why not concentrate on what you do best and let Megan and I concentrate on Andre's career?
Thanks, but I think I can handle it.
Isaac Frost will be fighting for a title within 2 years. I can do that for you, too.
Thanks, but I can handle
Did this old man ever get your father a title shot?
He was on his way!
The only way to the title is through me.
it. Not if nobody can beat me.
Oh, you think so? You don't know who you're fucking with.
Dad!
You've been listening to this stupid old man.
Dad!
Папаня,
You don't know who
успокойся.
you're fucking with.
You
I
don't know
apologize.
who you're
No, you have
fucking
no
with.
reason to apologize. But your father, on the other hand, he chews fighters up and he spits them out.
Gus, if we just...
Megan, you're a good egg. But no way are we getting in bed with D.L. McQueen.
I respect your decision. Lucius Palmer likes to run, but he'll get aggressive at the end of each round. He's good at stealing fights. Good luck, Andre.
Да, мне совет, говорит.
Thanks, Megan.
В конце раундов агрессивный.
She's right about Palmer. She's a smart girl, that Megan.
Загрузочка. Загрузочка. Continue.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore, ringside with Teddy Atlas. We have a big night of boxing ahead. Plus, so many are looking forward to our undercard. It is the pro debut for the much-heralded Andre Bishop. The middleweight will be facing the crafty veteran Lucius Palmer. All from here, the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago, right now.
Так, а где тут у нас settings? Камера, HUD. Интересно, какие тут есть? Full Spectrum. Блок. Пуш. Пуш. Толкаться. Так. Хукер кат. О, стоп, геймпад сел. Сейчас. Есть апперкот, а есть хукеркот. Так. Так, ладно. Что такое видео calibration? Нормально. Продолжаем.
Bishop is underway. Round one here against Lucius Palmer. With that amateur pedigree of his, Palmer is going to be in store for quite a challenge. Remember, Bishop won the World Amateur Games. He's a gold medalist there. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Teddy, talk to me about this matchup from a defensive side of the game when you have two speedy fighters matching up.
Well, you know what? I'm going to whisper my guy's
Так,
ear
я
a little
немножко
bit. I'm
выдохся.
going to say, you know what? Use his speed against him. Step out a little bit. Let him shadow box a little bit. There's nobody there. And when he misses, step right back in. Make him pay.
Blocks the headshot.
Да, в смысле? Отходит, зараза.
Lucius Palmer now. You know, Palmer has been working on his defense, and there he blocked that punch. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Nice jabs there by Palmer.
Так, в смысле? Остановись.
And here we go again as Lucius Palmer tries to steal this
Так,
round against
Palmer.
Andre Bishop.
Отстань от меня, Палмер.
Final 10 seconds.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
Так,
That was
побились.
an interesting first round for Andre Bishop, the American making his pro debut here. Teddy, Lucius Palmer's the kind of guy that could give a young up-and-comer like Bishop some issues.
He likes to steal the end parts of a round. Kind of like Ray Leonard did against Marvin Hagler. Has to be careful for that.
Нормально я ему левый глаз набил. О, по физону.
We told you Lucius Palmer was a crafty veteran. As we start round number two, I think Andre Bishop got a good taste of that. Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. Was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
А в смысле?
You know, I didn't think we'd be saying this about him, but Teddy, right now, stamina is a real question mark for Bishop.
Yeah, and it's hard to understand how it would be because he's always been in shape before. You look at his body, it's not always an indicator, but it looks like he's in shape. You have to wonder if he assumed something and was a little overconfident in this fight.
Halfway through round number two. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Да в смысле? Я другую сторону уже бью, чё?
That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. work to the head. The right hand landed. Bishop's work in training camp. And
Wow, wow,
just
wow.
like that, things turn around. A back and forth round. Both.
Хе.
Oh, a big shot
Свалил
comes home
меня.
for him. Is this the end for Andre Bishop now? He
Да он
has
мне
his
щеку
questions to
погладил.
answer after being floored by that power punch. Bishop able to get back on his feet, but will he be steady on those feet?
I think he will, and believe it or not, I think there may be an opportunity for him to catch his opponent coming in a little reckless.
Listen, I need...
And round number 3 is underway. Turns over that hook upstairs. Now hugging on the inside. Really frustrating his opponent now. Palmer's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Keep moving, keep moving. Like what I see in there.
Так, отойди от меня.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. He got hit right there, but let's see if Bishop can survive this. He just took a big shot.
I think he can survive it. Why? Because he has all that amateur experience. He's been in this position before.
Palmer's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Well placed, well timed combo up top. Palmer's right hand working well that time. He scored well.
Так, Бишоп, не спать.
To protect himself from that left hand, it's become a big story now.
Yeah, and he has to understand why. He's not controlling distance. He's standing too close in front. Needs to adjust a little further out.
Carissi's probably giving Andre Bishop the harsh realities of it. He's down on the scorecard.
Yeah, he is, but there's two things that are good news for him. One is he has power. He has that eraser. He can pull it out of the fire. The other is that great amateur background. He has been in tight situations before.
Really on the mark with that over-the-top shot with the right hand. Punches together now. That's a nice combination. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. And bang, and away he goes. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
Да вставай-то уже.
Bishop's back up on his feet. Now, what will be interesting to see here is how he reacts in the next few moments. Good block by Palmer. Good combination to the head. How about that left hand?
Да, это он меня бил, а не я его.
And it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
Let's see see if Andre Bishop gets after his opponent in a weakened state right here. He doesn't look clear-headed. I think Andre's going to get right after it. A solid true uppercut by Andre Bishop. Wow!
Да иди ты в задницу.
Palmer's opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. We have a big card for you tonight, and a lot of people excited about what we're going to bring you in moments on our undercard. It is the pro debut of the middleweight, Andre Bishop. He will be going up against the KG veteran, Lucius Palmer, from here at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago. Stay with us for that. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Showing you some defense there with the block. Good work defensively by Andre Bishop. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Palmer's tagged by a hook. Look at this, another power punch able to land. We're early on in this fight, he's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a car waiting outside.
Teddy, with a power puncher against a high stamina fighter, a guy that can take you into the deeper rounds, how much is it a disadvantage where it sort of takes away what maybe he's best at?
Well, it's a disadvantage mentally because if his power doesn't work and the high endurance guy is still there, he may start to dissipate. He may start evaporating right in front of you.
Well, as if it's right on cue, Lucius Palmer here at the end of the round, flurrying against Andre Bishop. Andre Bishop is in a bad spot right now. He is damaged. If I'm Bishop, I clinch.
Да в смысле?
He goes down. Oh, it may be close here. Can he survive the round?
Слишком сложная игра.
So much anticipation for the pro debut.
Мне этого козла не догнать.
Andre Bishop here tonight facing Lucius Palmer. Through one round, Teddy, has anything revealed? What a big shot.
Вот так,
How
надоел.
about that? He goes from being the victim to handing out the punishment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
You can actually see how heavy Bishop is breathing right now. He's desperate to get some air into those lungs.
He better close that mouth before he's desperate to get his jaw wide.
Palmer scoring with that right hand. Smart move by Lucius Palmer there, able to block that punch. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
That is a
Да
big
это вы
shot.
гоните.
Andre Bishop is on shaky legs.
And you know what's
Да иди ты! Опять
Can he get up from this?
по поджелудочной
He's done it
ударил.
before, but can he get up from a second time down?
Да я встал, слышь? Алкаш.
What will happen now with Andre Bishop as he rises up to fight on after being floored? A hammering hook by Andre Bishop.
Keep moving, keep moving.
He comes with the straight right hand. And what a clever combination by Andre Bishop. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Palmer. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Andre Bishop.
Какое-то мочилово. Ха, нормально у него глаз заплыл. Надо ему, ну вот, справа бить. Он похож на азиата стал. А что у меня с лицом? Ну, покажите. Ну, да, мне тоже.
Well, this has been a very fan-friendly fight, and now here they go again. Bishop's throwing a lot of punches right here, but not a lot of them.
Да ладно, ты гонишь. Ой, иди ты в задницу, просто ткнул в пузо. Я слишком пьян. Блин, ну сложно на самом деле. Так, ладно, давайте просто в пузо будем обрабатывать.
When a high stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are. Because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area. But they need to know that this
Чё,
is
попади
exactly
меня.
what
Хоп, хоп,
they're
хоп.
ready to do.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Scored well with the hook. Halfway through round number one. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Palmer. Look at that. The hook came home with ease. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Blocks that belt line well. Palmer's cut is right near his eye. That's the last place his corner's going to want to see any damage. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Able to land the hook to the head. And here we go again as Lucius Palmer tries to steal this round against Andre Bishop. A clean, crisp right hand by Palmer. Bishop's left, working well that time. Palmer's scouting report is
Короче, тупо тыкали друг друга.
3 letters, J-A-B.
Yes, sir. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's jabbing in his way, and I don't mean talking. Yeah, I mean throwing that stiff lead hand out into his opponent's face all night long.
Andre Bishop's throwing lots of punches, and not many are landing. But what's that old saying? Hey, you put enough out there, something's going to stick.
Well, at least he's controlling the rhythm. He's keeping control of the pace right now. And at least when you're throwing, your opponent, for the most part, he's being handcuffed a little bit.
Keep moving around the ring.
Double jab upstairs. Andre Bishop not looking as fresh as when this fight started. I think he's slowing a bit, Teddy.
Well, the bad news, that's not the worst news. The bad news is if we can see it, his opponent can see it, he can take advantage of it.
Wow.
Напрямую наткнулся.
You wonder whether or not he's going to panic here, or whether or not he's going to grab on the way he should.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Up top with the right hand. Bishop's jab can do so much there. He used it well that time. That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Andre Bishop's taken a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own head when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I can tell you where not to put it, in the middle. And he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Palmer.
Ах ты ж, Палмер.
Stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right?
Bishop's got to hope that these 60 seconds are going to pay off for him here. Went down hard in that last round. He's got to gather himself because you know his opponent's going to come right after him when that bell rings. Right to the head with that right.
Блин, я даже по звуку не могу понять.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop.
Блин, я до него тупо достать не могу.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Ты чё, меня по пузу там пробил?
Palmer's chosen a path here where he will not stand toe-to-toe opposite his opponent. He's using some very good movement here against him.
Yeah, he is. He's using those feet. He's using those wheels real well. But the key here is where to use them. He has to make sure that he breaks it off to the side every once in a while.
Да, в смысле, это я тебе такой вот удар делал.
Now the problem with a fighter who's been confident and been the boss throughout his career is that, you know, he's not used to
О,
tying up.
какаха.
It's almost like against his pride. He doesn't want to tie up.
If you've studied Andre Bishop's past, then you know that big shot there. Andre Bishop rocked by that power punch. Bishop is down.
Come on, get to your feet.
Let's see if Andre Bishop gets after his opponent in a weakened state right here. He doesn't look clear-headed. I think Andre's going to get right after him. Palmer's nailed by a huge hook. Nearly flooring him, the hook by Andre Bishop. Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Palmer. Palmer's doing a brilliant job with his head movement. He's employing top-notch defense right here, and it's frustrating his opponent.
It is frustrating his opponent. His opponent needs to make an adjustment of thinking right now and understand what...
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Palmer's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Solid left hand to the head. What impact from that uppercut by Palmer. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Just look at the way he is right now, Teddy. Bishop's breathing right through his mouth. His mouth's wide open. That's a telltale sign.
Yeah, he's spent. I mean, we know what he can't do.
Ха, блин. А куда он меня ударил?
Now I know where they got
Да
that
он мне
saying,
просто
"Fall
грудь
like a
пощекотал.
sack of potatoes."
Еле встал.
Completely one-sided fight. At least that's the way we saw it.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw it any other way, you'd have to put a warning out the next time these
Ты
judges
пощульте,
judge a-
еще одна попытка.
Good evening, everybody. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. now they do as round one is underway. Andre Bishop's turning into a star in this sport. Why? Because he has power, the one thing that people want to see. What should we expect to see of that power early on?
Well, whether or not he's fighting a tricky guy tonight.
Блин, да ты задолбал отходить. Слышь, урод. Я тебя вот так вот буду по харе тыкать.
The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to win. Oh!
Просто иди ты нахер, блин.
And he's already down, and he doesn't look good at all.
Хрен догонишь.
But of course, Gus is experienced enough to know now when he gets back to the corner, he has a job to do. Not just dump cold water on him to revive him, but to tell him what he got hit with. Remove that fear a little bit from his mind that it will happen again. He can correct the mistake.
Жалко, с ноги нельзя ударить.
Bishop, that training really paid off. Just back to basics with the 1-2, boom, boom.
Иди ты в жопу, пинг сраный. Ну конечно, а чё, блин, пузо-то не закрыть. Да встаю я.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's a good.
Oh! Palmer's power just much too much for.
Блин, нет, что-то сложность слишком для меня.
We have a big night of boxing ahead. Plus, so many are looking forward to our undercard. It is the pro debut for the much heralded Andre Bishop. The middleweight will be facing the crafty veteran Lucius Palmer. All from here, the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago right now. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
There's the headshot, but he
Ну, жопа. Уже знает, куда я бить буду.
Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. A well-timed right hand by Palmer. Took a shot, now he gives a left. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Andre Bishop.
Так, это что за лаги?
Well, as if it's right on cue, Lucius Palmer here at the end of the round, flurrying against Andre Bishop. We count down the final moments of this round. To the head he goes with a left hand.
Чпок, чпок, чпок ему по лицу.
The first round of Andre Bishop's pro career is in the books, facing Lucius Palmer here. Teddy, after what we just saw, what can we expect?
Well, we could expect that he's going to try to grab the last parts of the round. You saw that right there. You know, he'll fight 3/4 of the round at one pace, and then all of a sudden flurry a little bit, flash a little bit at the end, try to grab the eyes of the judges.
Well, his opponent is opening up, coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. You can actually see how heavy Bishop is breathing right now. He's desperate to get some air into those lungs.
He better close that mouth before he's desperate to get his jaw wired.
one in there. Halfway through this round here. Landing 2 jabs by Andre Bishop. A well-placed left hand up top.
Да справа тоже.
Solid right by Palmer. Palmer's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Last 10 seconds. Nice strike after catching one by Palmer. And that's the end
Так,
of
Палмер,
round
тебе
2.
справа надо.
He gets off with a combination up top. Blocks away that headshot. Good shot to the head with that right hand. Palmer's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Just like that. Just like that.
Тренеру нравится.
Nice block by Palmer. Fine looking right hand by Andre Bishop. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Scores with the combo to the head. Good block there by Palmer. Palmer's really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good solid jab. Nice, sharp, fundamentally sound hook right there, and it served him well. There's another left hand from him. Solid right by Palmer. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand.
Ой,
Bishop got battered right there. Bishop was absolutely battered right there. The one thing he's got to do is stay away from that right hand. Palmer's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Very good, productive
I'm
round
playing
from
on
Andre Bishop.
Xbox
He can build
One
off of that.
using backward capability from Xbox 360.
Final round here, and I suppose, Teddy, when Andre Bishop thinks about just running that extra mile, sparring that extra round, here's where it comes into
But I'm
play. A
playing
very
it
close fight,
using
and it's all on the line.
This is what everybody
streaming
that
to
does
PC.
something that's important, that wants to be able to get to a high level. This is what everybody prepares for. The moment. How will he behave right now?
Beat him to the punch. That's it.
We heard from Lucius Palmer's corner saying that they wanted him to concentrate a bit more on defense. That was a good block there. DeAndre Bishop, that training really paid off. Just back to basics with the 1-2, boom, boom. Good looking right hand after he got hit.
Whoa, whoa,
90
whoa.
seconds to go in the fight.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Relax.
It's career mode.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
Keep moving.
Trading
Keep
right
moving.
hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. Andre Bishop's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
Так,
See him
отстань.
holding on. Scored well up top. right to the head. Look at that combination by Palmer. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Я думаю, я победил. I guess I won. Чё?
Teddy, I know you're going to disagree with this. You had him losing this fight, yet the judges say it's a draw.
Да какой дро?
I'm bringing those judges into my office.
Вы чё, гоните? What a draw. Guys. Should I finish him?
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Good left hand by Andre Bishop. Teddy, through the history of the sport, this is one of the matchups that has produced some of the more interesting fights, especially in the lower weight classes. Speed versus speed.
Who's going to be the guy that uses speed better? Who's going to be able to time shots and control range? That's what I'm looking at.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Lucius Palmer.
Okay, I'm tired.
Parries that punch away. Seconds to go here in this round.
19 seconds?
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop. Defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Good right hand. And here we go again as Lucius Palmer tries to steal this round against Andre Bishop. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Palmer's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land. Did you see that? Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. Down, but not out. Bishop gets up on his feet.
Right now, what he has to do is he has to kill a little bit of time. He's got to move his head. He's got to be defensive-minded, clear those cobwebs a little bit, then think about winning the round later.
You know, Bishop's opponent has set a pretty good pace here tonight, and I don't think Bishop has reacted well to it. He's fading a bit.
Yeah, he's got his mouth open a little bit. There's two problems there. One, you're telling your opponent, I'm tired. The other is you have your mouth open. That's a loose joint now. You get hit on the jaw, you can get a broken jaw.
Bishop's going out there after just being knocked down in the last round. If you're standing opposite him, what's the mentality? What's the strategy here?
Well, you want to go after him, but you don't want to walk into a trap either. You want to kind of size him up a little bit. You want to see if he looks like he's okay, but at the same time, keep in your mind that he might be trying to con you. You know you hurt him, so put that pressure on, but do it smart.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Halfway through round number 2. Scores well to the head with the right hand.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Bishop so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Palmer's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. He got hit. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Ой,
Is
жопа.
this the end for Andre Bishop now? He has some questions to answer after being being floored by that power punch. So the bell to end that round gets him out of danger. But Teddy, my concern is what is he even going to look like when the next round starts?
Well, that's the thing. The corner's going to have to take care of that, get some ice on him. And also, they're going to have to think, do they want him to go back out?
Palmer's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Here's something that's a key factor now, and that is his ability to simply defend himself. He's doing a wonderful job at it.
Yeah, he is, and that gives him the ability to always be fresh and confident round after round since he's not taking a lot of punishment.
A little head hunting, seemingly in control, and now maybe out of control after getting hit there.
But what you just...
Big shot up off the deck, and now in
I
control.
hope I finished him.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
Palmer's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. Crashes home with the uppercut.
You're not focused. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Not one, but two. Good work with the jab up top. And he just holds on there. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Andre Bishop. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Palmer's mouth is cut, and you can see it's getting worse as things progress here. That could be a factor later on. What a great job. He gets oh, there you go. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
Yeah.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Does Andre Bishop have enough left to put this over the top? Final round, the fight is as close as could be. Palmer's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
You see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop. Time is of the essence now. We've reached the halfway point of this final round. Bishop's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Time to bring it home. Final minute of the final round. Nice strike after catching one by Andre Bishop. Bishop's combination punching working out well there. He landed 3 solid shots. Oh, and now we see some head hunting by Lucius Palmer. Wow, a big punch just crashes home on Andre Bishop.
The only good thing is he's been here before. With all that amateur experience, he has been hurt before. He knows how to behave.
That was a wild
Опять
last
ничья.
round. Good stuff. Let's send it up to our ring announcer for the judges' scores. Good evening, I'm Joe. And there's the opening bell. Round number 1, scheduled for 4. This one is expected to be a thriller. And now want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Wow! Down goes Andre Bishop.
Вот так вот.
Teddy Bishop beats the count, but how does he look to you?
He looks like a guy who's wondering what happened, and that's where the job of the corner comes in when he gets back to the corner. Tell him why he got hit.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Andre Bishop's blocking ability is doing well for him there. And he ties up on the inside. That's what Andre Bishop wants to do right there, land the right hand. Bishop's left, landing well. That was an interesting first round for Andre Bishop, the American making his pro debut here. Teddy, Lucius Palmer's the kind of guy that could give a young up-and-comer like Bishop some issues.
He likes to steal the end parts of a round, kind of like Ray Leonard did against Marvin Hagler. Has to be careful for that.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Andre Bishop. Bishop's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So you want to go out there, maybe feint him a little bit. Let him think you're okay. Let him think you want to go after him. Let him think you want to engage a little bit, and then wind up boxing, staying on the outside, buying some time.
This is not a good sign for Andre Bishop. It appears that he's slowing at this point.
Yeah, what he needs to do is start placing his shots a little bit. But right now, as you just alluded to, he's just not throwing.
Zones in on that overhand right.
Stay on the outside.
And now he's targeting upstairs. He's committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Bishop's inability to get away from his opponent's left hand is so evident.
And it's going to stay that way if he doesn't change something. He needs to move the other direction, away from that punch.
Bishop went out there in that last round and just executed his game plan beautifully. He won it with ease.
Yeah, he not only has skills. See, that's what I like about him. We have a lot of guys that have speed, they have power, but he fundamentally puts it together.
That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Well, he's sending more than one at him now. And yet another big shot comes in. What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. See see Andre Bishop, that training really paid off. Just back to basics with the 1-2, boom, boom. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Andre Bishop. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Palmer. Bishop's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Solid right by Andre Bishop. And now he's targeting upstairs. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Well placed, straight right hand. It's tough to assess, but Palmer's cut may look worse than it actually is. I mean, all the blood is spraying everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly right. And you just wonder, and I know this isn't supposed to play in, but you wonder if the judges in close rounds, if they get influenced by that look.
You see, he comes over the top with that right hand, a real solid shot. And that's the end of round 3. This will determine it. One last round for Andre Bishop to push himself to victory. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Palmer's doing exactly what he's always done stylistically, Teddy. Now, he was knocked down earlier, so what he always does got him in this position.
Yeah, he understands his identity. He understands that, you know, he's going to win or lose the man that he is, the fighter that he is. He just has to make sure that he makes a few adaptations.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Andre Bishop's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Palmer's left now getting into the
Stay
mix.
away from those. Come on.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. That's a well-scored left hand by Andre Bishop. A classic 1-2 combo by Palmer. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Big
Да вы гоните.
crashing home. We've been watching this roller coaster ride of the career of Andre Bishop for so long. Now another dip. Can he rise up and continue on? Which way did it go after a very exciting fight now in the books? Let's send it up to the ring to find out. Welcome, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore, ringside with Teddy Atlas. We have a big night of boxing ahead. Plus, so many are looking forward to our undercard. It is the pro debut for the much-heralded Andre Bishop. The middleweight will be facing the crafty veteran, Lucius Palmer. All from here, the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago right now. Palmer's got to deal with a cut cheek. Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as these guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence.
Palmer's clearly a big shot comes home for him. And he is down. He is down for the first time tonight.
Так, время есть.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Hits him in the mug with the right. Halfway through round number 1. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. Nice block by Palmer. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Lucius Palmer. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Look at the mess in the ring right now. Palmer's cut is just painting himself red.
Yeah, it's a good thing. At least we think that judges are not influenced by the way a fighter looks. Because if they were, no rounds are going in his favor.
Lucius Palmer now. You know, Palmer has been working on his defense, and there he blocked that punch.
Окей.
So much anticipation for the pro debut of the young American, Andre Bishop, here tonight facing Lucius Palmer. Through one round, Teddy, has anything revealed itself?
His hand speed, he's very fast in there. I think he has to settle down a little bit, though, as the rounds go on.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. And just grabbing onto his opponent. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Palmer. Halfway through this round, you know, there's a lot to like with Andre Bishop, but right now, I don't like the way he looks in terms of his conditioning.
No, it looks like he's slowing down a little bit, and you got to wonder if it's a little mental, too. He got a little discouraged that his opponent is still there.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing, not engaging in the fight. Lucius Palmer's tagged by a right hand. Teddy, explain this to me. Hey, this fighter was just staggered and stunned. Now all of a sudden he's defending you. Right hand crashes home. He never saw it. And banging away he goes. He goes down in the later
Будем
stages
спамить.
of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A knockout victory to start your
Yay.
career, as if the buzz isn't
Спам
big enough
победил.
for Andre Bishop. This will put fuel on that fire. He gets rid of Lucius Palmer. Impressive stuff.
Back here in the Friday Night Fight studios, I'm Brian Kenny. Amateur gold medalist Andre Bishop taking his first steps as a pro this past weekend on the undercard at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago. Bishop beating former welterweight contender Lucius Palmer en route to his first pro win. Now, we've seen Palmer before here on ESPN. He's a veteran, he's no joke, and Bishop is now considered to be one of the best prospects boxing has seen in decades. By beating a fighter the caliber of Palmer in his pro debut, no less, he definitely made a statement. Andre Bishop, clearly a fighter to watch. In other news, heavyweight prospect Isaac Frost scoring the second knockout of his pro career, beating another overmatched opponent on the undercard of a McQueen pay-per-view in Las Vegas. He's now 2-0 with 2 KOs.
Follow the instructions on the right side of the screen to train on heavy back. Okay.
Poor kid. I don't believe in building a record fighting nobodies. You don't learn anything against guys like that except how to make mistakes. We ain't here to do anything stupid. This ain't the amateurs. You got a chance to do something great. To be someone great.
Да в смысле?
And I'm gonna help you get there. You're gonna take some fights against decent guys. And I want you to show me that you got what it takes. Because if you can stop these guys, I'm gonna be impressed. But if you can't at least put them on the canvas, I'm gonna be disappointed. Got it, kid? I wanna see these guys on the floor.
Так, нет, подождите.
Said it before, kid. I don't believe in building a record fighting nobodies. You don't learn anything against guys like that except how to make mistakes. We ain't here to do anything stupid. This ain't the amateurs. You got a chance to do something great. To be someone great. And I'm gonna help you get there. I'm gonna take some fights against decent guys. And I want you to show me that you got what it takes. Because if you can stop these guys, I'm gonna be impressed. But if you can't at least put them on the canvas, I'm gonna be disappointed. Got it, kid? I wanna see these guys on the floor.
Да, я не понимаю, что это за движение.
The time has come. All the talk is done. Now the fight is set to begin. There's Andre Bishop in the locker room, Teddy, with his longtime trainer, Gus Carisi. Of course, Gus was one who very early on tapped Andre Bishop as a fighter to watch. He said he was full of potential.
Yes, he was a tremendous amateur. He won the World Championship tournament.
From the State Palace Theater here in New Orleans, we welcome you to our middleweight main event. A much-anticipated bout between Andre Bishop and Mike Walker. And Andre Bishop.
Какие указания?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. We're here to answer that question for you at the State Palace Theater in New Orleans, Louisiana. Coming off his pro debut win against Lucius Palmer, now Bishop moves forward against Mike Walker. Well, let's talk about what kind of a fight this could end up being, because as far as we see it, both guys are really committed to the cause here. They want each other.
Hey, look, the old times would say these guys are harder to miss than they are to hit.
When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage. He's done something great, but then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
That makes that nice right angle on that hook upstairs. Good block there by Walker. Nice strike after catching one by Mike Walker. And he engages in the clinch. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He's getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Walker. Walker's right hand scores well. Took a shot, now he gives a left. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Andre Bishop's combination punching is working well here. But it's a tough moment for Andre Bishop right now.
Hey.
Late goings here this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Well, we've had the pleasure of watching Andre Bishop move along in his career. Now the young unbeaten expected to really shine against Mike Walker here.
Yeah, but one of the things that could be a variable that could surprise somebody a little bit, you prepare for a man's skill, but you're not always sure about his will. And that's something that might show itself before this night is over.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Bishop could really use a pit stop here. He needs to refuel.
Yeah, he needs to tie up a little bit.
Little head hunting with the left. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. See, Andre Bishop, that training really paid off. Just back to basics with the 1-2. Boom. So,
Whoa.
This is gonna take some guts to get up from this.
Это хорошо, саечка. И еще по морде. Я встаю, встаю.
Knocked down, but Andre Bishop is proving that he doesn't want to be knocked out tonight. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? A snapping hook by Mike Walker. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good flush shot upstairs. Walkers is doing very nicely on the outside here. What a big shot.
Оп, две саечки. Раз, два. Хорошо полетел. Мне нужно 2 раза тебя нокаутировать.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
Well, if Bishop can string together a few rounds like that, this is going to be a very easy fight for him.
Well, he looks like a confident fighter. All that amateur background is
Ну что ж, посмотрим. Третий раунд.
Come on, breathe deep. Inhale. You're fighting his game plan.
Walker's coming off of a round where he was just dropped. Now he's got to go back out there. What's the mentality, Teddy?
Well, right now what he's got to do is buy some time. And you got to be one of those time buyers. You know, you go out there and you say, you know, I want to be able to get, you know, a little bit of space here. You want to grab. You want to move. Anything. You can't worry about winning this round. That's gone all right. Survive the round. Get your head clear. You're going to win the other round.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Walker's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Good smooth work by Walker. That's classic. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Bishop's putting forth a little boom, boom, boom. A 3-punch combination score. Look at that. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. One, two, three, four, five. Walker's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Well, you can tell that this cut is now a major problem. If that cut gets any worse, I think this fight's coming to an end.
Well, that's exactly what the doctor would look at if the referee brings him up, where the cut is. It's not really as far as whether or not it's bleeding a lot or whether or not to us it looks like a terrible cut. It's where it's placed. If it's in a place where it can do permanent damage.
Wow.
Вот так.
How could he possibly get up from that? He's not going to. This fight's over. It's over. Bishop's knockout ability cannot be underestimated. This fight had everything leaning decision. They were coasting along, then he ended it.
Well, this one brings you back to the annals
Каждый
of the sport, the history
бой
of the sport.
валяюсь на нокдауне.
I was on my way, and baby brother was making his mark as an amateur. Gus had been our father's trainer. He took us in after our parents died.
Good. Keep that jab going.
Did Wilfred Rosario do what Mike Walker and Lucius Palmer were unable to do? Andre Bishop now 2-0 in his career. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you ringside here at the State Palace Theater in New Orleans to see if the young upstart can make it 3 in a row.
Так, сейчас мы сохранимся и потом продолжим в следующие разы.
Here we go, round number 1.
Throw. Throw in the towel. Окей, спасибо, кто смотрел. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys. See you later.